Okay, people are entering the torture device. That is Metallica. That beautiful sound of wooden roller coasters, by the way, in this game. I can't get over that. That is awesome sound design. Even though it is not realistic, it is so nostalgic. And this is real GCI action over here. This is... I'll have to add that in the name. Made by GCI. That makes all the oh, that is not how brackets work. That is not how brackets work either. Excuse me, I have an American keyboard and I am European and I don't know how to work with American keyboard settings, and every time it resets to American keyboard settings. But oh well. This is an awesome ride. And now all of the coaster nerds are gonna go on it because it says made by GCI, so that's gonna be good. This coaster is still looking strong too. I mean, by that I mean a roller coaster. And I think it's time for a top spin because we don't have enough puke on the paths yet. There can definitely be a bit more, so we need a top spin. Because that's what you want that thing for. And this seems like the perfect location, except the terraforming is not really perfect. Now, in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, unless Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, oops, you actually have the hill terraforming tool, or whatever this thing is supposed to be called, but this little tool over here, and that is amazing, because this tool is the best. Seriously. I don't know why they removed this in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but it's awesome. So yes, thank you for inventing this. And I'm gonna make this platform just a tiny bit bigger. And why oh, I'm stupid. There's a bush over there. And there's a bush over there too. And that should be good. Now, let's see. We're gonna take the top spin. And we're gonna place this tennis move somewhere. Question is where. I feel like this would actually be good, but only if I add that little thing over there. Okay, there we go. And the top spin. It's gonna be the entrance is gonna be over here. The exit will be here. And or there. And you know, I can just build a bridge like that. Kind of don't have to bother actually terraforming the land to make that look better, because I think that looks okay as it is. The queue, however, I'm going to kind of work into this hill because that just seems like a fun idea that I want to give a shot. And thank you. Now one queue and then we're done here. Very good. The color scheme as of now is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, this thing is called a gravitron in this game. I completely forgot that. I keep forgetting that every single time. But this color scheme, however, is unexcusable. We're gonna have to have this kind of thing. Actually, no other shade of green, or perhaps another color entirely. Perhaps this shade of red. It's not even that bad. And blue. Okay, that is completely stupid. If I make it orange, no, the orange is kind of too bright in this game. Even that kind of orange is still a bit too bright. And the yellow, again, is too yellow. So I feel like this would actually be my best bet. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like that. And now I'm going to place some small trees around it simply because, yeah, sometimes you just need some scenery-ish things. And that's in the shape of foliage over here. That is overkill. Don't want to have that. And some small shrubs. Because shrubbery. And I think we're done here. We just need these trees. Because these things are beautiful. Seriously. Not too many people use these things, I think, but they are amazing. And there we go. And this area does have a terrible lack of ground shrubbery, but also of normal trees. So I'm actually going to place some of these red firs, which are called red firs, but everybody just sees them as the template kind of trees in this game, because this is the kind of tree that you have in every single park everywhere. The grass is still mown over there, which is kind of stupid. Definitely don't want to bend an entire support, because oh wow, there is one small bush over there. We best protect that. And some over here. And I think I'm almost done. Almost. Just a couple of small bushes over here. That is... Of course, that is not enough ground shrubbery, because there is never enough, but there's just a certain point where you have to stop. So yeah, I do think this looks pretty cool. Aside from the crazy amounts of vomit on the paths here, I'm going to just assign one guy over here, because it seems that either this roller coaster is a sick making machine, or the maze that I created is a sick making machine, and I don't think it's the maze, or the monorail, or the bumper cars. So I am pretty sure who to blame over here. Though looking at this monstrosity, I am not too surprised. Still beautiful though. That sound also pretty amazing. I have to stop myself from just looking at something the entire time and not doing anything else. I need to work on the park, I suppose. But then again, is there really anything to work on right now? Money is flowing in like crazy, as you can see, not. And I don't have too much land to buy anymore. Just over here, but there are already roller coasters over there, so that is not going to really work out. Could possibly place something over there, but then again, the other issue is that I don't have too many rides left. Just the whoa belly, and nothing else, really. Because all these things are inferior, and stuff that I don't like to use. You know, I could somehow get the whoa belly over here. The question is, how am I going to do that? So far though, I think I do like the park layout, and especially this new area. I'm a pretty big fan of that. But this area is still somewhat empty, aside from the roller coaster of course, but there are no attractions, yet there are people walking everywhere, thinking that there's something to find over here, but they'll find that there is nothing to find. Can I do that? It seems almost too close to the park border to actually be able to do that. And I can't buy any land over there, which is a shame. So it seems like the only option I have at this point is to actually buy more land over here. You know what, I am just going to do that. This is going to be my new area. Please welcome your new Lord and Master. Don't have enough cash for that. This is pretty expensive. I am running out of money. I don't have any more loan. How much money do I still have left? 4,000 euros. That should be just about enough to actually build this ride and do some stuff with it. These trees are almost too colorful to be realistic. Seriously, it's kind of weird. Now, I want to have some of that new path work over here as well. So I'm going to move that there. However, I see some broken benches, and I need to replace those things. Anything else over here? There you are. And I don't see anything over here, but I'm wondering why I didn't place any benches over there, because that's quite stupid. That's my eating area. That should definitely have benches. I think I forgot about those things. And some more over here. Damn, people are making a mess of this park. I'm going to have even more handymen. I'd rather pay all of these salaries for all these handymen than having a park that looks like a shithole, so to say. This area is not looking too bad though. This area is, however. Now this guy is assigned to that little roller coaster over there. This guy is assigned to this area. And even though I have one guy for just this area, it still manages to be a crap area. Oh, that's beautiful. Now here is going to be my newest attraction. No, actually, no. I'm going to move that 2 squares like that. You know, as unserious as I might sound sometimes, I am very serious about the look of my park. And, you know, kind of constantly checking whether everything is looking good. Like, this area doesn't really have too many trees yet. Still has some bare spots from this angle, so I want to work on that. Funny how people are actually using the monorail, even though it's completely pointless over here and really just there for aesthetic reasons. Let's see. Let's get an entrance and an exit for this thing. That is the wrong side. Why do I keep doing that? That is the right side. Oh my god. How the music of the Ferris wheel just... The Ferris wheel... I mean... The carousel just slowly slows down as it crashes. Which is fun, though. It's not as fun, though, as when it crashes and speeds up and starts launching people everywhere. Because that's when the music goes crazy. And... Now this thing is called Tower. That's a pretty impressive name. I'm going to keep that. No need to change the winning team. And I'm going to test it like this. Yeah, that is... It can definitely be a bit faster. Though, you know, actually I'm going to make the tower slightly smaller. I'm going to remove a couple of those things and see how this works. Yeah, I think that's fine. And I'm going to make this thing... Ugh, that is weird. It's going to keep the standard color scheme. For some of these rides, the standard color scheme just seems to be the best color scheme. And whether that's because of the fact that they always come with that color scheme and that just seems like the right thing to do, or thanks to the fact that it just looks best, I don't know. But it's a fact, and I can't get around it. And a couple of trees, and then I think we're already done in this area. There wasn't really too much to work on. Some cool trees over here, but that's pretty much it. I think we're done. We can open the tower. We can ask 370, which is quite a lot for 2 stupid launches on a metal pole, but whatever. I am very much afraid that this is going to be the final stage of the park. This is what it's going to look like when I finish the scenario. Let me save that. Spastic saving. Yes, that was Red Robin. I changed the sounds of my computer. Don't blame me. And let's see. There's nothing else to do. No research to be done. Yup, it's doing the right improvements. And you know, as soon as it's doing the right improvements, you know there's nothing useful to research anymore. Though it still has roller coasters. We could look at what roller coasters we might still get, which we can't do anything with. But you know, I can look at it, and I'm actually making profit. Wow, I'm earning quite a bit of money over here. People are actually riding the shipwrecks again, so that's good. And I still like the look of this thing. And once again, it might be nostalgia, but just the track, the supports, I can't even explain it. It's just so awesome. And by that I mean the coaster type, not this ride. This ride is completely poop. No, that's putting it too negatively. It's okay for what it does, being a junior coaster. And for some reason I like this type of attraction more when it has just a couple of cars rather than a long string of 9 cars per train. But then again, that might also be nostalgia because Diamond Heights has these small cars, and I mean the small trains. And I don't know when that park is coming up. It's either in 1 or 2 maps. I don't know by heart anymore, but I'm already looking forward to Diamond Heights because that is the park. And I don't know how this thing is doing, but not too many people are entering it. But it's making a somewhat steady profit, so that's good. And I still like the look of it. It could use some more fencing though. I'm just gonna add a small fence over here to just kind of zone that off. And especially on the back side, it could still use a fence or something like that. So I'm going to place that. There we go. And I think we're done here. How did I not even finish that right yet? I'm starting to think that I can actually maintain this ride with just 1 train. And I mean, that wouldn't be too efficient, but not that many people are entering it right now. So I might want to... No, actually, looking at how many people are entering it right now, that would mean almost half the capacity that it currently has. So definitely not a great idea. And these things are not a great idea either. Just kind of random looking over there. I wanted to do something with them, but you know, they didn't really work. So I might want to find a special area where I can build some fountains. You know, I'm going to try that over here. Some shrubs in the way, but that doesn't matter. That does not stop me. See if I can buy more land over here. Yeah, I'm just going to do that because it looks better. And then I'm going to add a small torture device over here. This is going to be the Chinese torture device. Fountain in the middle, of course. And then on the sides we're going to have that fun water stuff that you wouldn't want to have, but for some reason makes the excitement rating of rides around it higher because, oh wow, that is a way too low price. And this is for 60, which was for 40, so that's an improvement. Though I doubt that's because of the fountains. Rather, it's because of the pathwork and stuff like that. Oh, that's too much of those trees. Way too much. I'm just going to use those small ones. It's too many of those. You know, I feel like that is good. Couple of shrubs, and we're done here. Time to mow the entire park. Just make it look a bit better, a bit tidier. Hopefully I am not going to accidentally raise one spot, because that would be a true nightmare. And the only real risk of doing this is when you accidentally move your mouse when you're clicking and you raise the land and you screw everything over. It's certainly not as bad as in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but still, it's pretty terrible. Right. Now, how is Metallica doing? It's making 8,000, just about 8,000. But yeah, I never really expected this thing to be too efficient. I mean, it's incredibly huge, but mostly it might probably be a good visitor attractor, that thing. At least I am sure it would attract visitors. This area is looking pretty not that interesting, but this is kind of like, this is a sloped area, so it's not really anywhere where you can do interesting stuff. Just kind of there. And sometimes open areas can do wonders for your park and look a lot better than when they were, for example, filled with rides. Sometimes you just need an open area. Don't mow the grass. Don't ever do that. How many days do we have left until... Okay, it's currently the 13th. And you know what? You know what I could do? If I have the time for it anyway. I figured I could like take a quick look through the park. Look at what we've made. We have Don McLean's right over here, which is a beautiful Ferris wheel. We have the beautiful Joe's Gallopers. What is that name even based on? This is just the kind of starting area. You can clearly tell by the fact that there's only flat rides. And of course a junior coaster, but I don't know if that is really credit. Which is Shipwrecked. By the awesome Ailstorm song. We have Tower and Exquisite Churner. I hate myself sometimes. Here is LimeWire, because you are a pirate. This thing is just called Haunted House. That was underwhelming. There's of course Mine Mania, which I do really like. And it's stupid that it's raining, because now you can't really see it all that well. And I made a grave mistake. I'm going to have to recolor that. There we go. Mine Mania is restored. Then we have the monorail, which is also an under and the maze. And the bumper cars 1. Now let's just get rid of the 1. That is not a good thing. Metallica, made by GCI, and the roller coaster, which I still really like. Even though this is the kind of thing that I always do in Leafy Lake. I always place a looping coaster along this edge, because there's nothing else you can really do with it, but every single time it's just a looping roller coaster with either 1 or 2 loopings and some fun stuff around it. Every time it's a slightly different one, but still, it's the same thing every single time. I don't know if you guys ever have that with one park, but often I do very similar things in the same spot of a park. And I have used this area for a wooden roller coaster before, but that was a terrible fail. That was more like a the Storm wooden roller coaster, which we like go up a lot over here, and then do some carts and coaster shenanigans over here, and then have a twisty part here and some kind of station area here. But that wasn't quite as I wasn't quite as happy with that wooden roller coaster as I am with this one. And thank heavens it stopped raining. And it's the 24th of October right now. I don't think there's anything else to really work on. I could work on some small things, like adding a fence over here. Nothing major, but no, it's still cool. And some of these things over here. This area still seems like it needs more benches, so I'm just going to deliver. And I think that's it. This area is nice and tidy as is. I'm not really going to change anything about that. When you have a beautiful little plaza with flowers and a fountain in the middle and stuff like that, it doesn't really seem like you need too much decorations around that, because this thing in the middle is already the center of attention, and you're definitely not going to want to draw the attention away with other things, and you know, it's just going to be one big look at me fest with the scenery. And is there any ride we missed? Yeah, we have the the slide. This is extremely terrible. And there is the Gravitron. Yeah, life was sure good when I was actually still trying with my names for attractions. You know what? I should again start trying with names for attractions. But before I do that, I'm going to add a hedge over here, because I don't have enough hedges in this park yet. See, that is beautiful. That is true beauty. I actually do like that, yeah. There we go. Yes. Okay. Am I just Silverette? Yeah, I suppose I'm Silverette. So that was Leafy Lake. Thank you for watching, and in the next episode we're gonna do. Hold on, let me save the game. Yum. And go to new game. And it is Diamond Heights. Yes. So we're gonna do Diamond Heights. So I'll see you all then.